internal energy is real. We hear of these incredible stories of the Shaolin being able to practice incredible feats of pain, control, and strength, and stamina, incredible fighting skills. We hear the story and the lore of the ninja being capable of doing incredible feats of stealth and invisibility, dodging knives and seeing auras and communicating through the void. And I'm saying to you that all of these things are true, and while the number of people who can actually do those things are more like 1 in 100, that nevertheless there are people who can actually do what they claim to be able to do, and I've met people as such, and I maintain to you that internal energy is real. It's the source of that power and that knowledge which involves something outside of the normal 3 dimensions plus time. It involves an element of mind over matter, and your mental ability to cause your body to be able to do certain things. So again, I say it's true. And I see that there are people who say, well, no, it isn't true. You're speaking about something of which I've never heard before, and I've never seen it. So it can't be true because I've never seen it in my life. And what I would say to you is that your life is very shallow. Your existence is not at a high level, and I feel very sorry for you to be in that condition. That condition will prevent you from a lot of things in life. One of which would be being a red pill person, and the other would be knowing your real existence in the real complete world. So listen carefully. If you were to want to learn about the Shaolin and their knowledge, you would go to the Shaolin Temple in China and practice with them. But it would be a very, very painful experience for you because they don't have the same kind of training in China that we have here. It's very intense at a very high level, but it would be, after a couple of years, you would learn a lot of very valuable take-home things by doing that. The same for ninjutsu. You would go to Japan, try to acquaint yourself with a ninja master who's capable of teaching the things that they know. Again, those kinds of people are 1 out of 100, and they're very approachable, and they're very amicable people, willing to teach people when they have students that they feel like they're willing to teach, and it's always at their discretion. A lot of times they will reject students, and the kind of people who really know what they're doing, they don't advertise it. Look at me, I'm a ninja master. Their advertising will be at a more reclusive manner than that. So you could do either of those 2 things. I'm going to give you a third option, which is an experiential method for you to explore the truth of what I'm saying. And it isn't that I really, I don't care whether you know the truth or not, and I don't want to explain the truth to more people than need to hear the truth. So I'm going to lay out there that I have specified a method for you to determine for yourself whether what I'm telling you is true. And the way for that method is that you will practice they Qigong exercise for 55 minutes a day, and it will be position 2 of the method that Lam Kam Chuen teaches. And that position is for power and internal energy, and position 8, if you can find that, is for balance. If you want balance in your martial arts, you will always have that balance if you practice with position number 8. So the rules are laid out there. Well, what you will do is for 6 months to a year, you'll practice these exercises. When you get to the point of that you can see and have seen 3 persons' auras, then you'll say, yes, he was right, and he was telling me the truth. And seeing a person's aura it's not something where you will say, oh, I think I've seen someone's aura. It's a situation where you know that you've seen someone's aura. It's unmistakable. So if you get about that far, then that's about the point that you should not progress further beyond. There are a number of things that a number of dangers that are involved. This is actually the most dangerous of the rabbit holes that I've been discussing. When you take on the practice of Qigong and you raise your energy level, you will find that entities in the higher dimensional universe will take an interest in you and begin to be curious about what it is that you're doing. And these things are like cats. They like to play with their food before they eat it alive. So you need to take certain precautions, and the precautions is that you avoid, at all costs, you avoid new age bullshit and Kundalini and such things as will lead you down the left-hand path. So during this practice, you don't want to let someone touch your body. You don't want to allow them to have access to your energy as you're building your personal level of energy. So the way these exercises work is that while you are resisting gravity with your body standing in a certain position and wanting to feel pain and resistance, you will force your body and your muscles to relax concurrently. So that's how it works. There's nothing more than that, and you shouldn't be exploring beyond that, because you can lose your life, you can lose your soul, or you could put yourself permanently on the left-hand path and lose 2 or 3 decades of your life in that manner. You don't want that to happen to you. So okay, so there are a couple of books about internal energy that you probably want to read along the way, and those books are the Tao Te Ching and the Art of War by Sun Tzu, and the book of 5 Rings by Miyamoto Musashi. You can read those books, take them at face value. Don't try to push or advance things, because the way that it works is a gradual process, and it's unknowable. The internal energy it's not something that can be known. It's something that is experienced, and by chasing after it, you will force yourself into places that you don't want to be. If you get to the point where you're you're bragging about your skills and abilities, or if you're communicating through the void, then you've gone further into this than you need to go, and I would suggest that you stop immediately. So this is the exploration of the rabbit hole of internal energy. Be very careful. Approach it systematically. Relax. And along the way, stay away from spiders and snakes, owls, ravens, and tengus.